and welcome to the Crafty Mama podcast. My name is Dawn and I am your host, and this is a podcast of knitting and other crafty things. And welcome to the podcast. If you are new, thank you so much for checking out this channel, and hopefully you'll enjoy it and you'll want to subscribe. And thank you so much for the subscribers that I have. 83 now, I believe. This is crazy. I can't even believe it. When I first started, which was a couple months ago, because I do a weekly podcast, I'm like, okay, even if 5 people subscribe and like what they see, I'll be happy. But 83, I'm excited. I think once I hit 100, I'm going to do a giveaway. So yeah, that'll be fun. Thank you so much for subscribing, for coming back and checking me out week after week. I appreciate it so much, and I hope you enjoy the podcast and you like the content of the podcast. If there's ever something you want to see on the podcast or something that I talk about or show that you don't really like, please let me know. I'm open to all kinds of criticism. It doesn't matter, good, bad, whatever. I still consider myself a new podcaster. So any at all feedback is greatly appreciated, and I just hope you guys enjoy it. That's the main thing. I want you guys to enjoy it. Maybe take something out of it that you don't know about, or a new podcaster that you haven't seen before that I've talked about, or anything at all. I just hope you guys have a good time and you enjoy it, and you come back for more. Obviously, that's what I hope. So thank you all so much for coming by and checking out the podcast. Where you can find me on Instagram, I am Crafty Momma _73. On Ravelry, I am Crafty Momma 73. And on Facebook, my Ravelry group and my Etsy shop are Crafty Momma Designz with a Z. And we got some exciting information, some exciting news coming up. I have a website. I'm in the works of setting all up. It is my new adventure in yarn dyeing, and the shop, well, it's still going to be under Crafty Momma Designz, but it's just like a different segment or section of the shop, and the website is going to be named after my yarn instead of my shop. So it's going to be called Candy Coated Yarn. I love that name. I love it so much. And I love candy. I love sweets. I love candy. I just love it all. I am a glorified chocoholic. So there may be some chocolate themed yarn and stuff coming out. But it is candycoatedyarn.com is going to be the website. It's not published yet. So if you go searching for it, you're just going to get a blank page with nothing there, because I haven't quite finished all the fun stuff that goes into creating a website. Yeah, that's lots of fun. I'm still getting used to putting stuff up, and I'm starting to decide which yarn I'm going to sell and get that on the website, and I'm going to put my bags on there as well. And I swear I am going to be making polymer clay charms as well, and those will be up on the website, and they'll also all be on my Etsy shop as well. So it really depends on what you're more comfortable with shopping. If you are comfortable with Etsy, then by all means shop in Etsy. If you want to shop through the website, by all means do that as well. It's good either way with me. It's not a big deal. I just really wanted to have the website up because I think it would be fun, and it's always a backup plan just in case something happens with Etsy, which I've heard horror stories and I just want to be prepared. So that's my reasoning for a website, and I'm so excited about it. I can't even wait for it to start. I believe I am going to do my launch September 1st. Probably sometime in the afternoon, because I work in the morning that day. So hopefully once I come home and I get everything all ready to go, then I'll have the official launch of my yarn, which is candy coated yarn, which I absolutely love. I love it. So that is that. speaking of candy coated yarn, I do have a separate Instagram just for shop update stuff. So if you're interested in following me over there, it is Candy Coated Yarn on Instagram. I don't have any posts yet. Um, I have 17 followers already and I haven't even posted anything. So, I mean, that's all right. I'll take it. I'm going to be posting periodically from now until the launch. When I decide on certain colorways that I definitely want to have in the shop, I'm going to put them on the Candy Coated Yarn Instagram, stuff like that. Whenever there's a bag update, if there's going to be a charm update, if there's going to be a yarn update, it's all going to be through there. If I'm doing giveaways for those things, chances are it'll be based on that Instagram account. It's going to be based on that Instagram account. So I'll definitely be sharing it on my Instagram, but the actual contest will be run through the Candy Coated Yarn Instagram. So if you want to follow that as well, so you can keep up to date with all the yarny stuff and shop update stuff, it'll be all over there. Some administrative stuff going on right now in the Ravelry group. I have my one skein KAL going on, which basically you just knit anything that contains one skein of yarn, take your picture, pop it in the Ravelry group, and your name is entered to win some goodies. And I can't remember. I think that one is going to be drawn at the end of September, because I believe September 1st, that weekend, whenever I podcast that weekend, will be the next sock drawing, I believe. I think that's right. I'll double check. Because we do have a socks all the time KAL going on as well. So basically you knit yourself a pair of socks, knit somebody else a pair of socks. It doesn't matter. Kids, teens, adults, you know, as long as there's 2 socks, you're good. Enter it in there and get your chance to win some yarn. I may give away some of my yarn. I'm so excited. I'm going through my yarn and I'm like, do I keep that for myself? Do I sell it? Or do I give it away for a giveaway? I'm struggling with myself every day looking at my yarn, being like, oh my God, which ones do I give away? Which ones do I try and sell? Can I recreate it? Do I want to keep it for myself? Because, you know, that's happening. Some of that is happening for sure. I want to knit up with some of my yarns so badly. I have to find a project because I think all my needles, except for one that I have right now, are all used up. So I don't have a lot of needles, so I think I may have to invest in some more. So those are all going on. Make sure you get into the chatter thread for both of those as well, because there is a chatter thread and I randomly choose winners from there as well. So make sure you're getting into both the one skein KAL and the socks all the time threads. Coming up September 1st to October 31st, we have the Winter is Coming Make Along, and that is being co-hosted with my friend Levi from the WTF Knitting podcast. We are co-hosting that one, and it is all about winter makes. Hats, gloves, scarves, cowls, sweaters, anything that you make to keep yourself warm in the winter is good. It's good. I believe I'm going to be putting up a chatter thread next weekend, so 1 week before the thread, the make along starts. We're going to be putting up a thread so you can get in there and just talk about what you're going to knit and what patterns and what yarn and stuff like that. I think my hay fever has been acting up because my eyes have been watery, my throat's been kind of scratchy, my nose has been stuffed, but yeah, I feel fine, except tired. I'm always tired though, so that's nothing new. Speaking of tired, and I yawn. I knew that was too good to be true. I went 10 minutes without yawning. That might be a new record. It could be. I don't know. So that's what's going on. I'm not really sure just yet what I'm going to be doing for giveaways. I probably for the Winter is Coming Make Along, more than likely it's going to be a winter themed bag and a winter themed yarn And hopefully by then I'll have a whole bunch of progress make keepers and stitch markers and stuff like that with my polymer clay, and maybe it will be a charm as well. I think, possibly. I've got so many ideas. I've got so many things I want to make, so many things I want to do. There's just not enough hours in the day. Seriously, unless I go to bed and get 4 hours sleep, wake up and do everything before I go to work, or stay up till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning after I get home from work, there's just not enough time to do everything that needs to be done. It's crazy. I do have a little bit of whips this week that I was working a little bit on everything, so I got some of that to show, which why not get into that right now? I don't have any FOs, so we'll go into whips. Now I have to get into a bag that I have on the floor because I have got 16 skeins of yarn on my table. I think I've gone just a little bit crazy on the yarn dyeing, a little bit. So I've got like a lot of yarn to show you guys later, but we're going to get into the whips. So the first whip, and of course I knock over the bag without everything in it. The first whip I'm going to show you is my pattern. It is nameless. I don't have a name for it yet. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking something to do with my daughter, as suggested by Dawn from the Codependent Knitters podcast. If you have a name you think would work for this pattern, the shawl that I'm making, let me know. Suggestions, I'm open to suggestions. I have not come up with a name just yet, but if I pick your name of the pattern that you think I should name it, I'm going to gift you the pattern for free. So I'm open to suggestions. Like I said, I was thinking maybe something to do with my daughter, but I'm not quite sure just yet. So if you have a name you think may suit the pattern, let me know, and if I choose you, you will receive the pattern for free. With that being said, I am using Lola Did It Sweet Tooth colorway, and I am using a size 7, which is a 4.5 millimeter. I think I'm going to make this shawl again after I'm finished the first time. I'm going to go a smaller needle, and I'm going to do it 2 colors. I'm going to dye up 2 colors and do a 2-color shawl. I didn't get a lot done on it, but I did get some progress. So this is what I have so far. I wanted to get this done by September 1st, but with everything else going on and dyeing yarn and everything, there is no way this is getting done in like 2 weeks. We'll see. Maybe I'll be monogamous on this for a little bit. I don't know. We'll have to see. Anyways, this is where I left off last time after the 4-row eyelet. So like I said, I didn't get too much done, but I have gotten some done. Anyway, here it is so far. I love it. 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 It's getting big. It's getting big. I mean, I can wrap this. I'll show it this way. So I think this is going to be a very big shawl. I can already wrap it around the back. Can't really bring any forward, but I can wrap it around the back already. So I think this is going to be a pretty big shawl. I'm at 108 stitches so far. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is the beginning of it. And it goes along. And it goes along. And that's where I'm at now. So I love it. I love it. I think it is so pretty. This yarn is just gorgeous. Lolo did it. She always does it. And she does an awesome job at it. And I am going to be making some of my ice cream sandwich progress keepers. And I'm going to do a Halloween inspired one. And that is thanks to Levi from WTF Knitting suggested certain colors to put into this so I could still make my ice cream sandwich because it's not summer, but make it Halloween. So I think that was an amazing idea. I love it so much that I'm going to make one. Yes, I was doing some polymer clay last night, but I was having some issues. I was trying to do something and it just was not working the way I wanted. So I was like, forget it, putting it away. I'm just going to do some knitting instead. So, and this is being housed in my little trailer bag, which, I mean, this is my small size trailer bag. My shawl, you saw how big it is, and there's still a decent amount of room. The shawl goes down to here. So there's still, you know, a decent amount of room, and this is my small size. So we'll see. We'll see if I have to get into another one later if it gets a little too big. All right, next I will go into this one. Just knocking everything over. I'm just batting 100 today. This is in my Holly Hobby one Skein project bag, my small, and it is housing my socks. These are just my vanilla, plain vanilla. It was a YouTube video I was looking at to learn to knit socks, and that's the pattern. It's just plain vanilla all the way through. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the German short row heel or heel flap and gusset or fish lips kiss heel. Those are the three that I'm debating on, and I'm getting very, very close to that, so I need to really make up my mind and stop procrastinating and just do it. Anyways, this is where I was last time. Didn't knit a lot on it, but I did make some progress. So those are my first pair of socks. I'm excited. I mean, the yarn is fine. It's nice. It's Regia, Arabesque colorway. And it's a nice yarn. I'm not saying anything bad against it. But after squishing and feeling all my yarn so much, I want to knit a pair of socks in my own yarn. And I have plans. I have some plans. I want to try self-striping yarn. Why do I do this to myself? Honestly, why do I do this? I just put so much on my plate all the time. I've always been like this. Always, always, always. I always have so much stuff going on all the time that I never get a chance to finish everything because I'm just do this, do that, do this. I mean, I am Crafty Mama after all, so I got a lot of crafty stuff going on all the time. But it's just, I've watched some videos, I've looked through some things, and I really want to try self-striping yarn. So we'll see. That'll be later on. I'm going to get all this stuff going, get everything good. Why am I not in focus? There we go. Do all that stuff, and then I may try to do some self-striping yarn, which I'll be so excited about because I think that's awesome. Yeah, so that's that one. And that is, like I said, Regia. And I am using, I'm trying to remember which needles I'm using. Really small ones. That's what I'm not sure. And of course, I pull out the one that doesn't have the information on it. I am using a 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter in Chagoo. That's all I'm using right now are Chagoos. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm using so far. I love Chagoos. They're awesome. I just need to get more of them because I just don't have enough. So these are 1.5 or 2.5 millimeter needle. All right, so that is that one, and I have one more that I'm working on, which is my Moving to the Country shawl, which is by, oh my gosh, my bags are falling everywhere, which is by Christy of Yarn Cafe Creations, and I'm loving this pattern. I've actually just started getting into the second color. So, and this, I know, see, this is what I mean. Because I've been saying I'm going to get my drawstring bags into the shop. I have a couple in the shop, but I don't have any of these patterns in the shop. And this is my small, maybe by medium. No, it's kind of in between because I have another one. No, yeah, this is my small. Don't know what I'm talking about. Just ignore me. This is my small drawstring bag. And I actually have 2 skeins of yarn in here at the moment. One sideways, but it still fits. And this is my Move Into the Country shawl. And like I said, I've just started getting into the second color where you kind of alternate every 2 rows or whatever. Anyways, so this is my Move Into the Country shawl. You can see the second color starting to come in there, which is really, really pretty. I think this will look nice when it's all done. So I don't, like I said, I don't have a lot done on it, but I am making some progress, which is good. This is the one I take to work with me every day. And I have my 2 yarns in my Alice and the Queen of Hearts drawstring bag. And I'll show you how I have them. See, I have one sitting up and the other one sideways. And they both fit in this. And this is my small bag. The yarns are Iris yarns. One is, I wrote this down before and I cannot remember. One is Birthday Cake, and the other one is some sort of funfetti or something, possibly. I can't remember. No, Plum Fancy. This one's Plum Fancy. See if it focuses there at all. That's Plum Fancy, and that's my second color. And my first color is Birthday Cake. Pretty sure Birthday Cake was the name of the yarn. And that's Birthday Cake. Really, really fun. Fun yarn. I like this yarn, but I do have one little issue. Now, I'm not sure if it's the yarn is the issue or me. It very well could be me. So I'm not saying anything negative about the yarn dyer because I would never do that because I just don't think that's right. But the yarn is splitty to me. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's the way I'm knitting, if I'm maybe knitting too fast and not paying attention. And then I look and I'm like, oh shoot, I'm in the middle of a stitch, right? So, I mean, like I said, it could very well be me, and more than likely it is me, but I find I'm constantly fixing because I'm always splitting the yarn. Like I said, it very well could be me, so I'm not saying anything bad about the dyer because I absolutely love this yarn. It's so pretty. So anyways, this is my Moving to the Country shawl pattern by Christy of Yarn Cafe Creations. Absolutely love it. I cannot wait for it to be done. I'm so excited. They have a KAL going on right now, but I believe the KAL ends at the end of August, September 1st. So that's why I don't think I'm going to get this done in time. 2 more weeks. We'll see. We'll see. Never say never, but I just don't think so. As much as I would have loved to get it done in time, I just don't know if it's going to happen. So that's it for all my whips today. Let me get that big hunkin' thing out of this bag. I'm going to show you later. So that's it for whips. I have 3 whips going on right now. I have a 4th whip. I have my girl from the grocery store shawl that I haven't really worked on. No. I love it. I love it so much, and it's an awesome pattern. It's by Joji Locatelli, and I absolutely adore the pattern, and I love it. But I had to take the needles off of that for one of the other projects, so I'm kind of like, you know. Pardon me. So you know how that goes. Anyways, I told you I need to get new needles. That may be on my Christmas list to get a set of interchangeables. I should be set then. So those are my whips. We're just moving right along today, aren't we? Yeah, until the yarn portion comes along. My eyes itchy. Now, dream knitting. There is 2 things that I'm going to be casting on soon. One is the tread hat that I'm making for my daughter, and that is going to be in this green yarn that I dyed up. She absolutely loves it, and it's in my Aran weight. There might be some Aran weight yarn in the shop. I'm just not sure what colorways I'm going to put in there. So if you like Aran weight, it seems very, very similar to a worsted to me. So I'm assuming this will probably work okay for the tread hat pattern, because tread hat is a worsted yarn. I'm just gonna have to double check and make sure. I know I have enough yardage because I've already checked that, so there's enough yardage for it. But this is going to be my daughter's tread hat. So that is coming up soon. I'm going to start that with our Make Along September 1st for the Winter is Coming KAL. I'm going to get that going for her. As you can tell, these are my yarns. My stash is getting bigger. I'll help with my own yarn dyeing, but the top 3, 4 here are my yarn. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited. So that's one of my dream knitting. The other one, I'll show you the yarn now because I'm talking about dream knitting. My daughter wants me to knit her up some of the Voodoo You Love Me little voodoo dolls by Susan Cladino. I think that's how you say her last name. Susan Cladino. It's called Voodoo You Love Me. Oh my God, they are so adorable. So adorable. And so I showed my daughter the pattern because I love it. I think it's so cute. But she wants me to make one of those up with this colorway that she did. And I love it. I think it's really pretty. I love purple. So this is nice. And I think it'll look really cute as a voodoo doll. I asked her what she wanted me to name it. If I was to put it in the shop, what she would want me to name it. And I'm not sure I'm going to name it what she wants because I'm just not. Here's the color. Here's the color. It's all purples with a little bit of black. So there's some black in it there. You can see that. Wait for it to focus. There we go. Purple and black. So she said, I said, what do you want me to name this? She says, how about purple with some black shit? Purple with some black shit on it. I think that's what she said. Purple with some black shit on it. Teenagers, really? So anyways, I think this is so pretty. It's coming up pretty close. It's coming up pretty true to color, I think. So I actually think this will be a really, really cute Voodoo You Love Me doll. I think that'll be really, really cute as one of those. But it's in fingering weight, not worsted. So I'm going to have to see, either do it in this and just have smaller dolls, or maybe dye up one of the Aran weights with this. We'll see. But she absolutely loves it. So those are my soon to be casted on projects. So that's that. I guess we can move right on to Happy Mail, which I don't really have a lot of Happy Mail. I have one acquisition that I purchased that came in, and some more yarn dye colors, some more dye bottles or containers, jars of dye. It came in the other day, so I've been dyeing away today, this morning. And last night I dyed a couple. I dyed one, but I dyed two of them. So that's the only stuff that came in. This here, I ordered. And I didn't really need to order it because it's stuff that I can learn on YouTube and everything like that. But I just thought that this would be a nice book to have for referencing and stuff like that. And it got a little more information in here than you would find if you were just checking YouTube for videos and stuff. It is called Hand Dyeing Yarn and Fleece by Gail Callahan. It is dip dyeing, hand painting, tie dyeing, and other creative techniques. So this is what I purchased last week. And I mean, it tells you so many things. it tells you all about how to mix dyes to get certain colors, how to prepare your dyes in your proper soaks, which I mean, I understand that. It just tells you like so many different techniques. If you're microwaving your dye, your yarn, if you're doing it on the stove top, if you're doing it in a slow cooker. So there's so many different ways to dye yarn, and it goes into a lot of detail. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So much information. I haven't even read through half of it yet, but it tells you how to try and tweak your colors, how to test your colors to see if they're the correct colors that you want, which was an issue I was having quite a bit. So yeah, there's just so much information, and I really want to try to tie-dye yarn because I think that would be so flipping cool. That is my acquisition for this week. Let's see. So that is my crafting corner. Now what's dyeing? So what we got going. So I think I'm gonna name this segment "What's Cooking." Yeah, what's cooking. So on to what's cooking. A whole lot of stuff. That's what's cooking. Some of these I know for a fact are going into the shop on the update on the 1st. That's when I'm going to do my update, my shop update with my yarn. I may have an update before that with some bags, but as far as yarn, the launch for my yarn will be September. Oh my God, January 1st. No, September 1st will be my launch for my yarn. And I believe I'm going to do a giveaway on Instagram next week. I think I'm going to do it next week, and I'm going to pull the winner on the 1st. So they will be the first ones to receive some hand-dyed yarn by Crafty Momma Designz. All right, so first I'll go on with the one that I dyed last night. I got some really fun, bright colors in yesterday, and I've been waiting for these colors because I think they're very Halloween color inspired. So these two are the same. I did the exact same thing with both of them. They look pretty much the same. I think I'm going to call this one Halloween Confetti. All it was speckles everywhere. That's all I did. No solid dye bath beforehand. Nothing like that. No pouring color into the pot. It was all just speckles. Which one shall I show you? They're both pretty much the same. Halloween Confetti. That is what this is. Oranges, greens, and purples. That's it. Now, some of the colors obviously did mix together to make some other little colors. Like there's some yellows in here, and there might be a couple little browns, but majority is, oh my God, look at that. Look at the speckles. Oh my gosh. If it would come in focus. There we go. Look at the speckles. Oh my gosh. Speckles. So this is Halloween Confetti. And here's the other skein. This one had a little bit more yellow into it, but I mean, it looks Halloween to me. It definitely looks Halloween to me. What do you think? Halloween Confetti. These will both be in the shop. So these will both be in the shop. I think I'm only going to put two of each with the ones that I can recreate. I'm going to put 2 of each. But I think I may have, that's what I'm kind of debating on, because I want to have, some of them are obviously going to be one of a kind, ready to ship, ready to go. There's going to be some that are going to be dye to order. And then there's going to be some like this, which there'll be 2 ready to go, but they'll also be able to be dyed to order. So the first 2 people that get this will pretty much get it right away. And then if anybody else asks for it after that, they'll be dye to order. I do believe my ready to go will be 3 to 5 business days, and dye to order probably closer to 2 weeks. The reason I'm saying 2 weeks is because it takes time to dye the yarn, to have the yarn dry completely, and if by any chance more orders come in than yarn that I have on hand, it takes about 5 days for my yarn to get to me from my supplier. So it just feels so funny me saying I have a yarn supplier. I can't even. It takes about 5 days for my yarn to get to me from my supplier. So, like I said, if by any chance somebody wants these on my 75-25, which is what these are right now, these are my 75-25. I'm trying to come up with some fun yarn bases, and they're all going to be candy related. Because a candy coated yarn's got to have candy bases. So I'm not sure I'm going to name them after candy or name them after things that are in candy. Like sugar, toffee, caramel, marshmallow, chocolate, I don't know. Or sweet, sour, tangy. I don't know. I'm still thinking of that because that's driving me nuts. I can't think of what I want to go with. But anyways, these are on my 75-25 base. But you can probably get them on the other bases as well. I think that's going to be one of the options that I give. Oh, pardon me. Here it is. So if you like these, but you want them on the 80-20 or on the Aran base, I believe it's going to be an option for that. I'm not positive just yet, but there's a chance. So those are my first, or I should say, those were my latest. I have some. Okay, I'm going to show you this now. I have some downstairs cooling right now. Hopefully they come out the way I want because they are inspired by this little demon, and it's kind of a colorway collection, I guess you could say, that I want to do for Halloween with some Halloween villains. Yeah, and this is the first one I'm trying. So I've got Chucky dying downstairs. I have Chucky dying downstairs. I have Chucky soaking in the pot, cooling downstairs. Yeah, Chucky needs to cool down. He's so cute. He's so cute. So I took the colors that are inspired from this pop. The blues, the orange, a little bit of purple, a little bit of red. So hopefully the colors don't muddle together too much and I can come up with my Chucky yarn. I got a few other horror villains that I'm working on. That's going to be part of my Halloween, one of my Halloween collections. I have another Halloween collection I'm thinking of doing. I just got to try and get everything set for it. So that's downstairs cooling right now. Another yarn that I was able to duplicate. This was the first one. This is my pretty ballerina on my 75-25, and here is the duplication. So I was able to duplicate that. So these will be in the shop as well. Then I decided I wanted to try and do that pink in a variegated tonal. Yeah, tonal, not variegated. This is variegated. In a tonal, and oh my god, it is so pretty. Look at that pink. Look at it. That's so pretty. Look at it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And I mean, seriously, that would look so good together. Look at that. I'm honestly thinking of doing a gray, like taking this gray, this platinum-y gray color, and doing a tonal in that as well. And that actually would make a really good 3-color shawl, wouldn't it? The pink, the variegated, and then the gray. I may just have to do that. I may just have to hit that up. I don't know whether or not anybody would buy 3-color shawl stuff from me or not. I don't know. But, oh my God, that'd be so pretty. So pretty. So that will be in the shop. I'm running out of room. That'll be in the shop. And then I have this one I dyed first, and then I wanted to recreate it and try and make it a little bit darker because I don't think the orange was dark enough. This is my candy corn colorway, and this is the recreation. So it is a little bit darker, but not by much. They're pretty much, no, they're pretty much the same. I think they're pretty much the same. So this is candy corn. You can see with the white, the yellow, and the orange. This is candy corn. And then I made a tonal of the orange. So I think that'll be cute together. All right, so that's those. And then I did another recreation of my mermaid hair, which will be in the shop. And this was a recreation of that one. That's the only thing with indie dyed yarn is even though it's the same colors, there's always the chance of it being a little bit different. So they always recommend if you're using 2 colors for the same thing to alternate skeins, and I'll definitely be letting my customers know that as well. So these 2 are mermaid hair. I love the colors in this. It's so pretty. This mermaid hair. It's so pretty. That's mermaid hair. This one here is very similar to mermaid hair. It's the same colors, but this has speckles. So this is going to be a one of a kind, I think. Because I'm not so sure I'm going to recreate this one. I might though. I don't know. It was pretty easy to make, so I might be able to recreate it. I just gotta. Maybe I'll call this one Speckled Mermaid. I don't know. Speckled Mermaid. What do you think? I mean, look at the speckles in this. It's a little bright. That's about right there. We had lots of speckles in this one. So this one's kind of pretty. So, okay, so here is mermaid hair. Oh, the top one's coming loose on me. So this is mermaid hair, and this is the speckled. I mean, it's the same type of colors, just a little bit different. So I don't know. I think I want to put this in the shop. I may end up keeping the speckled one for myself. Or, like I said, or maybe it's going to be a one of a kind. I haven't yet decided. Oh, there goes yarn falling on the floor. Pardon me one moment. All right, so this one here. This one here, I wanted to, just not sure if I get what I wanted out of it. So I'm not sure if this is going to be a one of a kind or not. I was going to name this one Sunshine and Bubblegum, but I just don't think there's enough bubblegum. Oh, maybe there is. Maybe there is enough bubblegum in it. And then this one has some of the pink, the pink speckles and stuff in it as well, which is kind of cute. So I don't know if this is going to be a recreation or if this is going to be a one of a kind. But I do want to do, it's not quite bright enough. Yeah, it's brighter in person. It's a little bit brighter in person. So I'm not sure you're getting the complete look because it is a bit brighter. Like the yellow and stuff is a bit brighter than in the picture. So yeah, that would be Sunshine and Bubblegum. sell it. As I said, decisions. So many decisions. This one here, I absolutely love. I'm not sure if I can recreate this one, so I think this one's going to be one of a kind, and I'm just going to have to try and figure out, because I have no idea how I got this brown. I have no idea how I got this brown, but it's really pretty. The thing is, it doesn't look at all like my inspiration. At all. It doesn't look at all like the inspiration. Because the brown was supposed to be orange. And the light green was supposed to be more like even a lighter green. And there was no mint in it. So this, I think, is just going to be a one of a kind. This is going to be a one of a kind. This one I absolutely love. I think I can recreate this one. I may have to give it a shot first to make sure, because if not, I'm keeping this one for myself because I love it. Sorry. I think I can recreate it. I just gotta figure it out. How pretty is that? Look at that. My daughter thinks this reminds her of a fairy garden. So if I can recreate it, that might be the name. But it's so pretty. I love the greens. There's like the olive green, and then there's kind of like a darker tealy green. And then you got the hot pink. Gosh, it's so pretty. I love this. So I believe this is going to be Fairy Garden. Have two more to show you. This one here, well, it turned out accurate color-wise. I just think some of them have too much. This was actually a picture of a black cat with yellow eyes, yellow and orange in the eyes, and it was a black and purple. And anyways, so this was supposed to be Black Cat, but I don't think that's what I'm going to name it, because I don't think that really represents the yarn. I love it though. I mean, I love that purple. That purple's so nice. And the black is like black. Like, look at that. I got like a solid black, which is very hard to do when dyeing yarn. I mean, like, look at that. It's actually black. Which I don't think it'll be too bad when it's knit up though, because it'll be kind of in with the other colors. So it's not like you're going to be knitting solid black for a long period of time. But yeah, I think it's pretty. I'm not sure if this might be a one of a kind as well. Very possibly that's going to be a one of a kind as well. And this is the last one that I have. Now, if you see me on Instagram, you've seen all of these already. This one I think, I don't know, because I love this and I kind of want to keep it for myself. I mean, this one was pretty easy to make, so I might be able to recreate this one. But it's so pretty. I'll show you this one out on the thing. I mean, look at all the colors. It's pinks and orange and purple and brown. It's just really, really pretty. My daughter said it kind of reminds her of Skittles, which is something that I also want to do. Look at that. That's something else that I want to do, is have signature colors for my shop, but the signature colors are all going to be candy inspired. M&Ms, Skittles, suckers, I don't know. I haven't really decided. But when the time comes, wow, that surely did not work out right. Look at that. That's like one of the worst skating jobs I've done. Like, this is a big, huge butt. I mean, the colors are pretty though. Anyways, so those are all the colors that I've dyed up. 21 skeins now. So there's going to be a decent amount of yarn coming in the shop for the first opening, for the launch. For the launch of the opening, there's going to be a decent amount. So pretty. A decent amount of yarn in the shop for its opening. Yeah, I want to make sure there's quite a bit of yarn in there, so there's lots to choose from. What I'm hoping is maybe have every week or every other week have an update for yarn, and bring out another 4 or 5 colorways or something like that. So that's it for my dyeing. Lots of colors, lots of fun stuff. Cannot wait for it to get started. September 1st, like I said, candy coated yarn is going to be available. I'm excited. What else? I guess that's it for all the yarny stuff. We're going to get into just a tiny bit of chit chat. There's not much this week. Not much is going on. Sunday, I trained 2 new girls on cash, so that was lots of fun. My week's been basically the same old all the time. Nothing really changes. Went to the mall yesterday with my daughter because she wanted to get one of the books that she ended up ordering. She ended up ordering an Edgar Allan Poe coloring book. So that came in. So she wanted to go get that. And then we ended up going to Taco Bell for supper. And came home and I had to dye because my new colors came in yesterday. And I'm like, I cannot not dye with these colors. I can't. I have to dye something. So I just did the 2 Halloween confetti colors. So that was basically it for the week. TV shows, basically just watching the same stuff, waiting for the fall season to start because there's so many shows that I want to see that are in the fall season. I cannot wait for. Talk a bit more about that later. Another episode. I watched a couple podcasts this week. Miss Allie Makes with Allie. Hi, Allie. She's from Australia and she is so much fun. She's so real. That's what I love about her. She is just real. It's just what it is. And I love it. I love it. I love her. She's awesome. I also watched Knit for Brains with Alisha and Laura. Hi, ladies. I love them. They're a mother-daughter duo, and they're just a lot of fun. They are just a lot of fun. And I guess Laura's going to be opening up an Etsy shop for her bags. Her bags are amazing. So I think she's going to do very, very well. Another one is, of course, Girls in the Yarn Cafe, Trysten and Christy. Hi, girls. Love their podcast. They were talking about, oh my God, I so knew exactly what I was going to say. Well, they were talking about their advent calendars coming out and their Halloween colorways and all that kind of stuff. And oh my gosh, their yarn is just so nice. And yarn, like advent calendars, that's some goals right there. Next year, I need to have an advent calendar because it just sounds like so much fun. So much fun. Yeah, and they only have a limited amount of spaces for it. So I think, I can't remember when they said they were going to have that. I don't remember when they said they were going to have that up available. So you definitely want to check it out if you're interested in their advent calendars, because it is going to be amazing. Another one I watched, Knitting It Up with Annie. She's in Montreal, so a fellow Canadian, and she's got a little boy. I believe he's 5 months old now. Oh my God, he's the most adorable thing ever. So I watched her episode. She's really sweet. She's really nice. And she has a yarn shop. So you definitely have to check out her podcast as well. And then a new one that I was watching was Dogstar Knits Makecast. And that is Jake from Dogstar Knits and his wife, Ray. They said people call her Ray. I'm trying to remember what her full name is. Rayanne, I think it was. Not positive, but I think it was Rayanne. Anyways, oh my gosh, having a husband and wife team, I love it. It is so much fun to watch. And they are just so cute together. Seriously, cuteness. Unbelievable. So you definitely want to check them out. I think they have 2 episodes now. I haven't seen the second one yet, which is on my list of stuff to watch today. And yeah, so you have to watch them. They're really, really, really adorable. And they're so just down to earth, and they're so sweet. They're so kind. They're just lovable. You need to watch them. You will fall in love with them too. And one that I am waiting to watch is Levi, the WTF Knitting, because he posted on Instagram yesterday that it was done editing and it would be out today. But at this point, it is not, and I am waiting patiently, Levi. I am waiting patiently. But oh my gosh, I have to tell you, the grocery girls mentioned Levi. I mentioned it in my last podcast, I believe. Pretty sure I did. I was like, oh my God, Levi, this is crazy. Like, his viewership, when he left for New York for his trip, I think, if I remember correctly, when I saw, was like 800 and something. I looked today to see if his podcast was up, and he's over 1,300. Yeah, crazy. He is going to be going somewhere for sure. He is going to be a name that is going to be on everyone's lips, and he is amazing. And if you have not watched him, what the hell are you waiting for? You need to check him out, because he is like, he's the best. He is so funny. You cannot watch one of his podcasts without laughing along with him. You can't. I dare you to watch one of his podcasts and not laugh once. That's it. That's all I got to say about him. But I could talk about Levi forever, because he is just that amazing. But yeah, you have to check him out. He's awesome, 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 awesome. And I cannot wait for our knit along. I'm so excited. September 1st to October 31st, make along, which is winter is coming. Make along, so all your winter items and stuff like that. So make sure you're joining my Ravelry group so you can keep in contact and see what's going on with that all the time as it progresses and as the date gets closer and stuff like that. That is the end of the show. So make sure you are, like I said, join my Ravelry group for that make along coming up, as well as the 2 knit alongs I have going on right now, the one Skein KAL and the Socks All the Time knit alongs. Both of those are year-long knit alongs, and they're going all the way to the end of the year. So December 31st is when those end. So it gives you plenty of time to get in as many one Skein projects and as many pairs of socks as you can get in there. Double dip, triple tip, by all means, go right ahead, have a blast, do what you need to do. Just get your name in there, get your name up there, because I am going to be giving away some of my yarn to some viewers for that. That's another thing that I was debating. I'm like, which ones do I want to put in the shop? Which ones do I want to keep for myself? Which ones do I want to give away? So there's definitely some giveaways in some of those. I'm not just sure yet which ones. So if you want your chance to win any of those yarns, definitely get in there and start posting. Show me all the stuff that you're making. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Make sure you subscribe if you've liked this episode, and give me a thumbs up. Let me know you enjoyed it. Follow me on Instagram. That's where you can keep up to date most of the time on everything that's going on with me. And if you want to be notified of all the yarn stuff, yarn goodness and all my yarn dyeing and shop updates and all that stuff, Candy Coated Yarn on Instagram as well. I cannot wait. My daughter, she said she's in charge of that Instagram, that I can't post stuff unless I get okayed by her. And it was so funny because the other day I'm like, oh, I want to post this on the thing. I want to start posting some stuff on that Instagram. And she looks at me, she's like, no, nope, that picture is not good enough. Nope. So she wants it to be aesthetically pleasing. So we ended up getting a few little things to put in with the picture and stuff to make it kind of look all pretty and stuff like that. And she's all excited about it. She wants to get a really good camera for Christmas. So she said, we can use my phone for now because that's what I'm using. But once she gets her camera for Christmas, she's in charge of all the pictures. She's too funny. She's just too funny. So anyways, I guess that's about it. I know there's other podcasts that have come out that I need to catch up on. I am so behind. So I need to catch up on some of those, but definitely get in my comments here and let me know if there's any colorway names that you can think of for some of those yarns. Definitely the name for my shawl that I'm making. Give me some suggestions, and if you are the person I pick that used this, if you are the person's, what am I trying to say here? If you suggest a name for the pattern and I choose your name, you're going to win that pattern for free once it is up in Ravelry. That's what I've been trying to say. Maybe I should just keep all my bloopers in and just have it go. Just have it real. It's just real. What comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth, and sometimes that is not going to be good. But it'll be entertaining. Definitely entertaining. Anyways, I hope you all had a great week. I will see you. I think I'm going to do it next Tuesday as well because I'm off on Tuesday. Sunday I'm off, but then that's only like 4 days away. So I really don't want to do one so close together. So I think Sunday will be a making day. Possibly a shopping day if I have to go get stuff. But it'll be sewing up some bags, dyeing some yarn. Pardon me. It'll be a making day. So I got some other stuff coming in the mail that I'm kind of excited to make with and stuff. So that's all for today. I've said that already. Follow me on Instagram, join my Ravelry group, subscribe to this channel, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you next week. I hope you all have a great week, and we'll see you next time. And until then, keep on crafting. Bye!